Okay, so when we're talking about comparisons, the things that we're going to be looking at are two different ways to make comparisons. Vamos a hablar dos maneras para hacer una comparación. Una manera es para usar ER. Bigger, stronger, faster, better. Does that make sense? ¿Sí? Y en otra manera es para usar EST, EST. The best, the strongest. What do you hear here? The
Best.
greenest.
The.
Louder, Wings. The. Did we learn how to say the yesterday? Dun, 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 dun. See, it's stupid, but it works, right? Okay, so you learned how to say the. So now we're incorporating, remember the snowball effect, now we're snowballing into what it is that we're doing. Does that make sense? So, if you see, puedes ver, you can see that there is a formula. Just like in math, we have a formula that we're going to use. Why in the world are we using the verb ser?
That's like what it means to be. So.
It does mean to be, but so does the star. Don't forget about its evil twin brother. It is for feelings. We are using this to describe as a description. Very good. We are using the verb ser because adjectives align with descriptions. Does that make sense? So when we look at our formula, if we want to say, I have the my shirt is bluer than your shirt. Oh my gosh. Do you see possessive adjectives in there? Oh, me gato.
Because it's my shirt.
Nah. Could I say the shirt?
Yes.
Could I say a shirt?
Yes.
Oh, me gato. All stuff that we learned yesterday. Okay, so no, we're not going to do it. So how do I say my?
No.
No, chuckleheads.
Me.
Very good. So you would say mi camisa. What is our verb? How do we say is here?
S.
S. Very good. S. So this is going to be our formula. What comes after ser? More. So literally what you are saying here is my shirt is more blue than your shirt. That's literally what you're translating out to. Because there is no such way to say ER in Spanish. There is no such way to say EST in Spanish. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? So just like Wings pointed out, you have to hear, are you saying that it's the bluest? Or are you saying that it is bluer than? Right? So in this particular case, we're just saying it is bluer. You don't see a the there. There is no definite article that we are talking about. Does that make sense? So right now, we are making a comparison between two different things. So think about your abstracts. You're comparing some things, right? So you should be able to include this into your comparisons. So you want to say es más azul, and then you're going to use que here. Notice that, so I'm going to put that in verde, yo voy a usar verde, because these two things kind of go together. Okay? Más, adjective, que. Más, adjective, que. Does that make sense? Okay? And then we're just going to go and fill in the rest of this and just say, than tu camisa. Okay? Insert any adjective here. Crazier than. Bigger than, smaller than, whatever. Insert all of your adjective words. Every single adjective can fall into this category, into the formula that you see right here.
And you said you wouldn't put a dash over the 2?
No, because it's yours. 2 with the accent is you. Okay? Same thing here. If I put an accent over this K, what word does that become?
Question one.
Question. Not why, not por qué.
What?
What? For what? Now that becomes a question. We don't want to make it a question. So what this K means, it means than or that. Okay? That's what that word means. So literally what you're saying, my shirt is more blue than your shirt. We're making 2 different comparisons. I am dumber than. I am smarter than. I am shorter than. I am taller than. Look. Insert adjective. Right? Does that make sense? Now, if we wanted to say, my shirt is the bluest shirt at Legend. Okay? Do you see a comparison here?
Yes.
What's it comparing itself to?
All the other shirts.
All the other shirts. However, we're not saying it's more blue than the other shirts.
It's just the bluest.
It is the definite article est. The biggest, the longest, the shortest, the smartest, the dumbest. Insert adjective here. Any adjective can fit in there. Right? So your sentence is going to be very similar. Mi camisa. How do we say is? Why are we using ser here?
Because you're description.
It's still a description. We're still describing the shirt. But now we have a definite article. Dun, 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 dun. So what is our article? What is our noun that we are describing?
The shirt.
The shirt. How do we say the shirt?
Law.
What's the word?
It'd be law. It's law because it has an A at the end.
Right. It ends in an A. Rule of thumb. La camisa. The shirt. So if we know that we are talking about la camisa, how do you say the? La. So we just bring in la here and say mi camisa es la, and then what? Look at your formula. Mas.
What isn't that?
La más azul.
Wouldn't it be most blue instead of more blue? Isn't more blue?
This is what trips me up because it doesn't spell English.
So you can't translate it out word for word.
Okay.
So literally what you're saying is the shirt is the more blue at Legend. Okay?
But if you look at it from the Spanish point of view, it's
Right.
in context.
Because it is the most blue. It is the bluerest of all the shirts. Yes, it's a word. It's a withyism. It makes perfect sense in my head. Yes, it's a
It's a
withyism.
good thing you teach Spanish and not English. Dictionary.
Right. That's the reason why I'm employed as a Spanish teacher and not an English teacher.
I'm so with.
Okay?
That's a
So,
withyism.
I've got a ton of withyisms. It makes sense in my head. Sure as heck fire do. Mi camisa es la más azul de Legend. You can put this in with any. My shirt is the biggest shirt. La más grande. Okay? It is the smallest. La más corto. Okay? Anything that you want to put in. Insert color, insert whatever. Okay? My brother is the craziest in the family. Okay? Mi hermano es el, because it's hermano, es el más loco en mi familia. He is the craziest. I'm not saying he's crazier than, I'm just saying he's the craziest. Does that make sense? Okay? So remember, what you have to study now is your formulas. And the easiest way to do it is just like in English, you're saying the best. You hear the definite article there. The. That's the reason I emphasized that so much the other day. Does that make sense? Now, there are big asterisks here underneath your rules for irregulars. Because just when you think that we get it all figured out, those silly Spaniards just mess with you. Okay, we have all this? ¿Está bien? ¿Tenemos todo? Muy bien, entonces hay 4 irregulares. Estos 4 irregulares son muy fácil. Tenemos bueno, malo, viejo y joven. When we are saying this, we cannot say that something is gooder than something else, or something is the goodest. I would, because it makes sense to me, but I'm not the one that created the English language. Darn that birthday twin of mine, William Shakespeare. If you are going to use bueno, this is going to change to mejor. Guys, read it. Mejor. 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 So you could say es mejor que. It is better than. Or you could say es el, la, los, las mejor. Da, 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 da. It is the best. Okay, so what you are doing is you are taking good and you are changing it to better. Or the best. I have a better relationship, da 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 da. Does that make sense? So now you can make those comparisons in your abstract. Malo is going to change to peor. So good, malo means bad, and you are changing that to worse. So the same thing, you could say es peor que, da 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 da, or es el, la, los, las, peor. It is the worst. This would be worst. Okay? This is all a memorization thing, unfortunately, but there's only 4. Viejo, which means old, is going to change to older, but that's going to change to mayor, es mayor que, o es el mayor. And how I always remembered this, mayors are old people. Mayors are old people. Easy way to remember it. Again, with you, doesn't it make sense in my head, maybe not inside of your heads. Yes?
But you can choose, like,
You
it's
can.
just for ER, but it's old best.
It's just an irregular.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's just an irregular verb, or an irregular adjective. Okay? Joven, which means young, is going to change to younger. And what you're going to say is menor. Notice it is not minor. Menor, which means younger. So you would say es menor que, o es el menor. Mi hermano es el menor en su clase. My brother is the youngest in his class. Yo soy menor que mi hermano. I am, ser, younger than my brother. Okay? Now notice within these, with these irregulars, no usa más. Do not use más with these 4. You don't say más menor. You don't say más peor. You don't say más mejor. You just say mejor. Okay? That's the reason why they're irregulars.
How do you say youngest?
Menor.
Oh, what that? Okay.
Like a minor.
Younger and youngest is the same thing.
El menor.
Oh.
El menor would be youngest.
Menor. Gracias, repiten. Mejor.
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 Peor.
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 Mayor.
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 Menor.
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 And that's how you make comparisons. Okay, so go back and look at your comparisons, start putting them into your resumen.